King Edward VII, who reigned from 1901 to 1910, and Queen Alexandra are the great-grandparents of Queen Elizabeth II. Here, the couple poses at the state opening of Parliament in London, wearing traditional attire. King George V, grandfather of Queen Elizabeth II, ruled Britain from 1910, after the death of his father, Edward VII, until his death in 1936. Here, he is pictured with his wife, Queen Mary, formerly Princess Mary of Teck, in the robbing room of the House of Lords. The son of King George V and Queen Mary, George, Duke of York, who would later become King George VI, and his wife Elizabeth, Duchess of York, welcomed their first daughter, Princess Elizabeth, on April 21, 1926. In this photo, the royal couple gazes lovingly at their daughter during her baptism, 1 month after her birth. The royal family appears in an official photo celebrating the coronation of King George VI, father of Queen Elizabeth II. The photo was taken by Hay Wrightson at Buckingham Palace. In the back row, from left to right, Mary, the Princess Royal, the Duchess of Gloucester, the Duke of Gloucester, Queen Mary, King George VI, Queen Elizabeth, the Duke of Kent, the Duchess of Kent, and the Queen of Norway. In the front row, Princess Margaret and Princess Elizabeth, who would later become Queen Elizabeth II. Princess Margaret, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, Princess Elizabeth and King George VI pose for a family portrait at Buckingham Palace. The royal daughters are dressed in grey blazers, pleated skirts, and peach-colored button-up shirts. A young Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Margaret pose with Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. The three mother and daughters are wearing 1940s-style floral dresses and matching pearls for the portrait. The royal family poses for an outdoor family portrait. Queen Mary, King George VI, Princess Elizabeth, and Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, are seated in the front row, while the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, Princess Margaret, Princess Mary, Countess of Harewood, Duchess of Kent, and Henry Lascelles, 6th Earl of Harewood, are behind them. Elizabeth and Philip share a sweet moment on their wedding day. The couple married at Westminster Abbey on November 20th, 1947. The future Queen's wedding dress included 10,000 pearls and a 15-foot train. Elizabeth poses with her grandmother, Queen Mary, her father, King George VI, and her first son, Prince Charles, on the day of his christening. Queen Elizabeth II took the throne 1 year after the death of her father, King George VI. Here, she appears on her coronation day alongside Prince Philip, Princess Margaret, and Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, all dressed in formal attire at Buckingham Palace after the ceremony. Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth have a picnic with their children, Prince Charles, Princess Anne, and Prince Andrew at Balmoral Castle, the royal family's holiday home in Scotland. It is believed to be the Queen's favorite residence. It is where she and her family spend their summer vacations every year. Prince Charles, Prince Philip, Princess Anne, and Queen Elizabeth II pose for a family portrait at Sandringham House, the Queen's country home near Norfolk, England. The photo was taken before their official trip to Australia and New Zealand. The royal family also takes candid photos, like this one taken the day after Christmas in 1971 at Windsor Castle. Back row, from left to right, the Earl of Snowdon, the Duchess of Kent, and Lord Nicholas Windsor, the Duke of Kent, Prince Michael of Kent, Prince Philip, Prince Charles, Prince Andrew, and Angus Ogilvy. Middle row, from left to right, Princess Margaret, the Queen Mother, Queen Elizabeth, the Earl of St. Andrews, Princess Anne, Marina Ogilvy, Princess Alexandra, and James Ogilvy. Front row, from left to right, Lady Sarah Armstrong-Jones, Viscount Linley, Prince Edward, and Lady Helen Windsor. Princess Anne, Prince Charles, Prince Edward, Prince Andrew, Queen Elizabeth, and Prince Philip enjoy their summer holidays at Balmoral Castle in August of 1972. This photo is part of a series taken to celebrate the 25th wedding anniversary of the Queen and Prince Philip. The Queen smiles with affection as she poses with Princess Anne and her first grandson, Peter Phillips, on his christening day at Balmoral. Queen Elizabeth II, her mother, and Princess Margaret pose for an official portrait in matching cobalt satin jackets. Almost 2 decades later, in 2002, Margaret and the Queen Mother passed away less than a month apart. Elizabeth II and her sister had a very close relationship, a love, friendship, and conspiracy that was impressive to witness, according to Vanity Fair. Margaret reportedly had a direct phone line at Kensington Palace to her older sister, which she used to chat and gossip with her. Lady Diana Spencer, later known as Diana, Princess of Wales, and Prince Charles pose outside Buckingham Palace to celebrate their engagement. The future bride shows off her ring, featuring an oval sapphire surrounded by blue diamonds. Charles and Diana got married on July 29, 1981, at St. Paul's Cathedral in London. After the ceremony, the newlyweds posed for photos with their family members, including the Queen, Prince Philip, Princess Margaret, Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, Princess Anne, Prince Edward, Prince Andrew, Diana's mother, Frances Shand Kidd, and her father, John Spencer. The royal couple welcomed Prince William in 1982 and Prince Harry in 1984. Here, Charles, the Prince of Wales, shares a playful moment with his 2 sons at home at Kensington Palace. Prince Charles, Princess Diana, Prince William, and Prince Harry pose for a portrait at home at Kensington Palace with their dog. Harry's mischievous smile is very cute, just like the matching shoes of him and William. The royal family poses for Prince William's confirmation at 14 years old. Prince Harry, Princess Diana, Prince Charles, the Queen, King Constantine, Lady Susan Hussey, Princess Alexandra, the Duchess of Westminster, and Lord Romsey join William for the portrait, taken at Windsor Castle. Queen Elizabeth II sits in front of her son, Prince Charles, second in line to the throne, and Prince William, third in line to the throne, on the 50th anniversary of her coronation. The photo was taken at Clarence House, Charles's official residence.